Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Sunday, October 4th. You can see temperatures in the mid to upper 40s across much of the area. You can see precipitation over the last 24 hours. As expected, heaviest across the southeast areas and lesser to the northwest, where around 1/10 of an inch of precipitation fell across Newaygo, Middleton, and Breckenridge, around 1/4 of an inch from Lansing to Henderson, around 1/3 of an inch out in Marlette. Not sure on the Brown City gauge, you have to see if that's not plugged. And then about 3/10 to 1/2 an inch across southwest Ontario. And however, the big change I think is we're going to see that moisture hang around for another day or so as everything is bottlenecked with that hurricane and the upper low across the Carolinas, not allowing anything to move from west to east. And again, that'll keep low-level moisture, clouds, maybe some drizzling showers into the area, I think, into Monday. And we may see some guys switch over to some corn because of that. On the satellite picture, you can see our direct connection from that hurricane and the upper low across the southeast states, streaming that moisture back to the west into the Ohio Valley and the north into the Great Lakes. Obviously less in the way of moisture by the time it gets here, fortunately, but still enough to shut soybean harvest down across much of the state. You can see the low-level wind field, and it converges near the low across the Carolinas, again, only slowly moving off to the northeast over the next day and a half. And as far as the radar map, you can see where the heaviest precipitation pinwheels back from that low, and with moisture feeding in from Hurricane Joaquin, really creating historic flooding across Carolinas, where already 5 to as much as 10 inches has fallen over the last 4 or 5 days, and another 1/2 foot to a foot could fall from around the Charleston area to the coast of the Carolina. And so a lot of significant flooding, no doubt, going on there of historic proportions. Across the Great Lakes, you can see that moisture on a lighter variety streaming up into our area, bringing scattered showers, drizzle, maybe a touch of fog, and lots of clouds. And on the weather map, you can see that low eventually will move off to the northeast, but again, it's only going to very slowly lose its grip on South Carolina. For us in the Great Lakes, mainly just that moisture coming up from that system is the only reason why we have much in the way of weather at all. And I think we'll have the sun return around Tuesday with lots of sunshine Wednesday. Right now, Wednesday looks like the best day of the week with plenty of sunshine and temperatures up around, if not in the low 70s. If we look at the forecasted precipitation amount from the WPC, you can see obviously the heaviest rain across the eastern portions of South Carolina into southeast North Carolina. For the Great Lakes, mainly around a trace to maybe 1/4 of an inch today and tomorrow across the area, and then I think around 1/4 to maybe 1/2 inch as a low pressure system and a cold front move this way around Thursday. And we could see the coldest air of the season drop down into the Great Lakes maybe late next weekend into the early the following week. Still a lot of time that could be shunted off to the north and may not really affect us. But current indications are we can see our first significant chance of widespread frost or freezing conditions across the MAC area as we go towards late next weekend or early the following week. And we'll keep an eye on that. As far as on to Weather Watch, you can see red flag advisories across much of Northern California, high wind advisories creating dangerous fire conditions there. We also have a winter storm watch for the higher elevations of South Central California with winter weather advisories just to the east, also across southern portions of Nevada. We have areas of fog across southeast Wyoming. We have a winter weather advisory across west central Montana. Also dense fog advisories for the western portions of Montana, also for the northwest portions of Washington state. And we have a number of flash flood advisories, flood warnings, flood watches across portions of Texas, and especially across the Carolinas into northeast Georgia, where again, a big area of flood warnings over South Carolina, which is only going to get worse throughout today. And then across the northern portions of the U.S., you see a number of frost advisories and freeze warnings across New England, with some more frost advisories across northern Wisconsin into western Michigan. And don't forget, you can also catch this weather video on Michigan Farm News website each day. And you can also catch market information from Rachel Haskins also on this Michigan Farm News site. Thanks for stopping by and have a great Sunday, and 73s to all.